It does feel that way, actually.
Yeah. I'm sure if you go to Diddy's house, it probably feels real weird. Probably feels weird walking around that house. Probably like, what happened here?
Seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes. It's like J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend. and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Did you see the Babylon Bees?
Joe Rogan didn't just hint this time, he named names. In a string of recent podcast clips and viral reposts, Rogan and his guests have begun pulling back the curtain on Diddy's inner circle. Not just what happened at the parties, but who was there. And if you've been following the trial, you already know. Diddy's not going down alone. So far, 5 celebrities have already been caught in the crosshairs. Usher, Bieber, Ashton Kutcher, LeBron, and Ellen, all publicly linked to the now infamous freak-offs. Now, these celebs were not only linked to the Diddy parties, but they even admitted on live TV that they did enjoy the freak-offs.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them.
Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane.
And then came the interview that stunned everyone. Usher, on the record, describing how he lived with Diddy as a teen and how wild it got behind closed doors.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
But here's the one video that broke the internet. LeBron James casually admitted he went to one of Diddy's infamous parties by saying, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." Well, this clip even went viral on TikToks, and LeBron became a meme.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, what these clips prove is what fans have suspected for years. These parties weren't random. They weren't rumors. They were real. And now, with lawsuits piling up and names being exposed, the question is no longer if other celebrities will be held accountable, but who's next? And Joe Rogan, he's just getting started. Joe Rogan didn't stop at vague warnings. On a recent episode of his podcast, he and Elon Musk called out Jennifer Lopez by name, asking why she's remained completely silent about Diddy, despite knowing him for decades.
J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend. and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
And that wasn't the only name. Joe also reacted to a resurfaced theory that Jamie Foxx was poisoned not by chance, but as part of a targeted warning from Diddy. He didn't confirm it, but the way he addressed it had fans leaning in.
Jamie Foxx addresses whether Diddy was responsible for his 2023 hospitalization while filming Netflix special.
And now, people are tracking which celebrities are quietly scrubbing their socials. So far, Megan Fox, Doja Cat, and others have deleted posts tied to Diddy or past events at his homes. No statements, no explanations, just vanish mode. Then Joe took it up another level, comparing Diddy directly to Epstein and Weinstein. He said this isn't just a rap scandal, it's a system. And the list of names involved will shock people once the court fully unseals it.
Seems like the Diddy thing was like an Epstein-type compromise deal, where he had, whether he was doing it himself, conceivably, people want to think that he's attached to some intelligence agency or something like that. I think he's a gangster who made $1 billion and knew how to control people by compromising them. That's what I think. Whether or not he had help, I don't know. Whether or not he shared some of that information with people so they knew they had compromising stuff on people, I don't know. But clearly he was doing it for his own jollies too. There was something sick about it.
And let's not forget the ones who warned us years ago. Cat Williams and 50 Cent. Both publicly said they wouldn't go near Diddy's parties. Both hinted at tapes, setups, and freak-off coercion before it became public.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no.
oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
And now that the lawsuits are real and evidence is stacking up, people are going back to those old interviews and realizing the truth was hiding in plain sight. So the question isn't just who went to Diddy's parties, it's who's next on the list to fall. Joe Rogan just took it beyond Hollywood and into Washington, because now he's not just talking about celebrities. He's pointing fingers at politicians and claiming government officials were involved in or protected Diddy's operations.
Do you think the government was involved in the P. Diddy stuff?
1,000%. Really? I think they wanted to blackmail serious Hollywood people, serious music people, serious athletes.
Let's start with what's already on the record. Diddy has long-standing ties to political powerhouses, from throwing parties for Barack Obama to promoting Kamala Harris, to helping rally black voters for the Democratic Party. He's always been more than just a rapper.
Nothing has changed in America for Black America. And in order for us to vote for Biden, we can't be taken for granted like we always are because we're supposed to be Democrats.
You becoming a black Democratic senator, this is a big deal. This is a big deal.
Well, absolutely. We've got 100 U.S. senators from across the country, and right now not one is African American. So part of what we hope to do is to break that barrier, make sure that African Americans, Latinos, more women are included in the process, because the U.S. Senate makes decisions about a lot of stuff, war and peace, what we do with our tax dollars, etc.
And that's what makes this even messier, because according to Rogan, the same celebrities who attended Diddy's freak-offs, many of them backed the Kamala 2024 campaign.
Well, it's just amazing how many people in the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala, too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes.
But the twist doesn't stop there. Rogan brought up the wildest contradiction yet. Donald Trump once called Diddy his friend while talking to Aubrey O'Day, a former Diddy artist who claims she was a victim.
Working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy?
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
He expects...
Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh, wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
That puts both parties left and right under the microscope. Joe's angle is simple. This isn't just a music industry scandal. It's a cultural cover-up with political protection. And now that names, donations, and party guests are being dug up, the question is, how many people knew about Diddy's alleged crimes and stayed silent? Joe Rogan didn't hold back in his final message to Hollywood. If these Epstein-style files go public, it's over. He flat out said the names on the list are household names, people we've watched for decades. And just like Epstein, Diddy may be forced to reveal who showed up to his parties.
I want to see the Epsteins, the Diddys, the
Cash Patel says first day one.
Let's go.
And here's the kicker: Rogan's guest, Dr. Zahi Hawass, admitted he once worked with Diddy, but didn't say what they were working on. When pressed, he dodged, and the internet hasn't stopped speculating since.
I was hired by Khufu to work in his pyramid. This is in hieroglyphic.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, my immediate boss, his name is Diddy.
Like P. Diddy?
Diddy, yes, now.
Meanwhile, footage is still resurfacing, like Diddy dancing with Cassie at his birthday with French Montana, just before one of the freak-offs allegedly happened. Now Rogan's biggest point, Hollywood won't clean itself up. The only way this ends is if the court forces Diddy or someone close to him to give up the real list, the guest list, the blackmail tapes, the cover-ups, all of it. And that might actually happen, because as the trial heats up, lawyers are now pushing to unseal everything. And Rogan believes once that happens, this could take down more than just Diddy.
People can go away.
I mean, that's what people were saying, and maybe everybody's a conspiracy theorist now, but that's what people were saying about the Diddy situation. Like when the feds rolled up, with the Hummers and shit, they were like, it wasn't about Diddy, it was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself, so go in there with all the things and rip any tapes or any evidence.
So if you thought this was just a celebrity scandal, think again. Do you think Diddy will actually name names in court? Do you believe Joe Rogan's warning that this could be bigger than Epstein? And which celeb do you think is most likely to get caught in the fallout? Drop your answers in the comments. And subscribe if you think Diddy should be found guilty in this trial. I will see you in the next one.